Good afternoon, assalamu alaikum. I thought I'd come back on here one more time. I was thinking about yesterday being my 1 year anniversary as a Muslim, right? And I just want to come back on and just say how grateful I am for Islam. I was raised Christian, and I have always wanted to follow God. You know, I've always had this feeling of searching and wanting to find God. And I've never, the whole time in Christianity, I never felt at peace. I just always felt like there were things that weren't answered, questions. There were things that didn't make sense, things that didn't settle my spirit quite right, you know? And it always bothered me that, okay, I might get backlash for this, but I don't know how else to say it. It always bothered me that I felt like in Christianity, people very much felt like, well, as long as I have accepted Jesus, then I'm covered and I'm fine. As long as I accept that Jesus Christ died for my sin and he's, you know, part of the Trinity, this whole thing, then I'm fine. And it always felt like to me, they could just feel like they could do whatever they want. Like, oh, I messed up. Well, you know, by the blood of God, kind of a thing. And the, I guess, accountability or, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not sure. I mean, accountability or work, but never seemed to be there. And I never understood that. And in Islam, being explained that Jesus was a prophet, one, made beautiful sense when you're talking about the Old Testament, the New Testament, the Quran, logic. It makes sense, and my spirit felt peace with that. And in Islam, the emphasis is very much on like humanitarian. Like, I've read the Quran through completely once. I'm going through it a second time. I'll go through it many, many times. However long I live, I'm sure I'll go through it many times and see new things every time I do it. But the recurring theme so much is, you know, the most gracious, the most merciful, the all-knowing, and, you know, all that, the 99 attributes that are pulled from the Quran. But just over and over and over again, it talks about mercy and forgiveness and compassion and charity, helping others, not living with excess. And that is one that really got me. I started thinking about the not living with excess and what it means, because in the time that this was written 1400 years ago, I mean, people didn't have a lot. It's not like today. And I wonder, and it's an uncomfortable thing to think about, but I wonder how much of our lives does Allah look down on and shake his head, because we have so much. I mean, we have a storage unit. In America, that's a pretty normal thing. Like, most people have storage units. And what? I started thinking about it, and I was like, that's crazy. Like, why do we have that? And I told my husband, I said, we need to go and we need to, like, let go of things and give to the poor, whatever we need to do, but we need to do this. This is ridiculous that we have stuff sitting in a storage unit that we look at once every 2 years. Like, how does that make sense? And it's not being a very good steward. And yeah, I went off on a tangent on that, but it's just, there's so many people that are in need and so many people that are hungry in our own country. And the amount of things we waste is insane. When I was growing up, we were poor, and we had, like, you know, timed showers and things like that. And that stuck with me. So I'm still, like, trying to turn the water on the lowest possible when I'm doing dishes or when I'm doing this or that or the other. But still, the amount of stuff we waste is just crazy. And I think that's something that we all need to work on. And to understand that when, you know, the Torah, the Bible, or the Quran, well, the first two when they were in their original form, and the Quran today, which is still in its original form, talks about charity and talks about giving and things like that, that didn't change with time. And not having excess didn't change with time. And I feel like we so often just say, oh, well, that was back then and this is now. No, the design was meant to work for all time. And we've gotten into this world where we're all just, everything's at our fingertips and whatnot for a lot of the world. Now, there's parts of the world where that's not true. And being in a position of being blessed, you know, wherever you live, if it's in America, UK, or Canada, or Uganda, wherever you are, holding to those values. And I know that's something I definitely have to work on. And it's difficult in my family because I am the only Muslim. And things that I'm really starting to hold dear, things that are really resonating in my heart and soul, things I want to do, things I want to see change, are very different from my family's at this point. And I just keep praying, you know, for them, those who Allah guides cannot be lost. And I just keep praying that He guides them. But anyway, I know I kind of went all over the place and around the building to get to the bush, and I'm very sorry. And might not even have made much sense, but I just wanted to get on here and like express my gratitude for Islam and for this new peace that I have, that I've had for a year now. And I'm so happy that I do have it for the rest of my life. I hope you guys have a great day. And if you made it this far in the video, thank you. I hope you guys have a blessed and beautiful day. Inshallah.